Alright everyone, this is a very quick overview of Kunimitsu from the defensive perspective. I don't plan to play this character, I don't play any character that's not King or Armor King. But if you are someone like me who just wants to defend against her, especially since now you're going to be running into many Kunimitsus online, and if you're someone who did not purchase the season pass yourself and just want to defend against her when you're playing online with your main or whatever, this guide is for you. I'm gonna maybe take a more detailed look at her like in a few days, but now it's like very late and I have to go to sleep soon, so I'm just gonna provide this very quick overview to show you what I found. I'm gonna be going over her command list, but initially let's just start with this like very quick notes. Number one, this character has an 11 frame mid. Yes, you heard that right, not 12 frames. She has that too, by the way, but 11 frames in the form of forward 4. So here I had her jab into the move, and see, after I block the jab, if I jab myself, I trade, meaning that mid is effectively 11 frames. It is done by doing forward 4, and if you look at it in the command list, like if you look at it here, it says start of frames 9. But if you add the input to it, like you can do it at the absolute fastest from what I know at 11 frames. I don't think you can do it in 10 frames. Now, the whole string, it doesn't launch, and on block it's minus 17, and if you're worried that like, oh, what if she gets cheeky and just like does the first hit, I believe that's not going to be a factor, because like there's enough time for you to react in between that she did not do like the second hit. Even if you don't like get a launch, you still get a punish. So I don't think that's going to be a factor, but she has an 11 frame mid. Amongst, again, she also has a 12 frame mid. Number two, this character has a lot of safe heat engagers that are mid and she can just spam and throw out. I'm gonna show them to you in a second, but first of all, this one from stance, the second hit looks like a high, but it's not. The first hit is a high, the second one is a mid, and once you like block the high, there's nothing you can do, you just have to block the mid. I don't recommend you like press anything or try to armor. You can't parry it, obviously, because it's a weapon. She has a lot of those things. If you're like a character that relies on parries and doesn't work on weapons, you're not going to be parrying this character very much. So she has a lot of heat engagers that she can just keep spamming out, trying to get a heat engage. What does she get out of heat engagers? She gets mainly this, which is this 16 frame mid, this plus on block, and leaves her in back turned at +5. Now I'm gonna be looking at her back turn stuff again in a second, but like just off the top of my head, the fastest attack is an 11 frame high, the fastest mid is 13 frames and it launches. She has lows as well, she has a throw, and she has a power crush that's a high, so safe, but it's a high. So that she gets, and she gets some few new moves. For example, out of this stance, we just looked at it here when we showed that heat engager. In heat, she gets this new low move. Now, I don't know how much of a factor that's going to be, because when I looked at the stance, it didn't look like a super effective mix-up stance to me, because once she disappears like that, like off screen, and comes back, it's always a low. She has another attack that doesn't require heat, and it's always a low. Like you can maybe, if you're sharp, you can like react to the fact that she disappeared off screen, and then it's minus 14. The other one is also punishable. We're gonna show it in a second. This character does not have a lot of homing moves. I believe when I looked at her command list, which again I'm going to do in a second, I only found 2 attacks that are homing. The first one is here, the one that I have recorded. Where is it? I think I skipped past it. This one, yeah, exactly. This is like a Yoshimitsu move, like a take on it, and the other one is from back turned. That, however, yes, this one from back turned. That, however, does not mean that this character is going to be easily steppable, because she has a lot of mids that are safe, and they track to different sides. Like one of them tracks to the left, one of them tracks to the right, and if you are not like super comfortable with like that, like step blocks, like, you know, step block, this character is going to walk in circles all over you. I can't do step block super reliably online, so it's going to be like a challenge. So even though she doesn't have many like homing moves, both of her homing moves are highs, by the way. That doesn't mean that you're going to be able to step this character super easily. And I'm going to show that again in a second. She does have a one break command throw, which is this. So you see the animation is not super, like, it's not generic. It's not this. And she has a 1+2 break, but there's no reason to break 2 against this character. She only has this one break command grab, the 1+2 command grab, and generic throws. So just don't break throws with 2 against her. If you're gonna break, choose between 1 and 1+2. And she does have like, she doesn't have that many launch punishable lows. But the low that stood out to me is this one from full crouch. This low, it's relatively fast at 18 frames, so you're not going to be able to react to it. It's 23 damage into +5 back turn mix up, and it's not like easily steppable. Like it's a weapon, so you can't low parry it. I can't low parry it. On block, it is only -12. Again, 23 damage +5 back turn mix up afterwards, and you can't even step it that well. Like if I block this, yeah, okay, fine. I can, like, if I'm super plus, then I can sidewalk. But if I eat the big jab, at +6, you should still be able to step something that's 18 frames, but it tracks. It does have tracking on both sides. So like, yeah, maybe you can step it if you're like super duper plus and she shouldn't be doing it in the first place. But if you ate something and she's now in full crouch, like this low, you just can't do anything about. You have to block it, and once you do, it's only -12. So I don't know what's up with that. I think this definitely stands out to me. I think this should be changed. This is too much. Apart from that, her lows are mostly like pokes, and the ones that aren't are launch punishable. Like, I think from this you've seen from Tekken 7, I am sure, the one that counter hit launches. From Setsunagake 3, this you know, and sidestep 4, I believe she had that in Tekken 7 as well. These two are launch punishable. Apart from that, her lows are not, like -14 at best. So yeah, she also, where is it? I think damn it. She has a very annoying while running high and while running 2. This one. On hit it gives her that. I don't believe she gets a lot from that. It's still 40 damage. It tracks to the left. Like, if you try to step it to the left, it tracks you. You can step it to the right though. And you can duck it, but she does have a another while running move in this, but she doesn't track to either side. So for example, about her tracking, like, usually you would like to go right against her. That steps like most stuff. But for example, one of her heating moves is this forward 1+2, which is a safe mid 17 frames. If I record it here after a jab, if I step right, it tracks me. If I step left, I step it. So she's kind of like Brian, where like it's not super obvious which sides to step to, and you're gonna see that in many situations. Other stuff like her down forward 1, you need to step that to the right. If you step to the left, you get clipped. The full string is down 1 2 down forward 1 2 2, mid. The second hit is -10, and then she can finish it completely, which leaves you in crouch at, I believe, +14. So if she finishes the full string, you can get like Kazuya can launch her, King can get while standing 2-2, and Armor King can get his while standing 4-3. But down forward 1-2 is just -10, and you can't like really super react. Like, by the time you recognize that she didn't do the third hit, the punish window is already gone. She also has, like I said, a 12 frame mid. And this, which is -9 on block, just like Armor King. And this again, you need to step to the right and not the left. So when you're up close, and it's like a poking game, and she's trying to like stay within her frames, your best option is to sidestep right. But again, she has stuff that can clip you. So I'm gonna clear these, and now we're gonna take, like, after I said that like initial overview of what to look out for, now we're gonna be taking a look at her command list. I'm gonna start from stances. That's the way I like to approach these kind of characters that are like stance heavy, because like once you see something that goes into back turn, you want to know what your options are from back turn. So this string you're going to see in neutral as well. She has something very similar looking to it. So it starts from an 11 frame high. So this, like, you're going to be, again, you're going to see something like this also from Setsunagake and also from neutral. So what this is high, mid, mid. You can interrupt between... See, you can interrupt that. And you can also sidestep block it, which is minus 11. The reason I said sidestep block it and not just interrupt it, because she has other options as well, which is this into that, which is safe. But this you can sidestep to the right. And she has yet another option, which you can also sidestep to the right, which is a plus on block mid. So this you can interrupt. The first one I showed you can interrupt, but I don't believe you can interrupt this one. See, this counter hits you. So against this, if you have the reactions, you should sidestep right, block, and that will interrupt all options. Or sidestep right, jab, whatever, you saw it. I don't want to keep this video like super long. Second option is 11 frame into a mid immediately, which is safe. Her knees are safe. Like when you see a knee, it's safe. This is a heat engager, which is high plus on block, which is why you would want to try and duck. But if you duck, obviously this catches you, but it doesn't do like much. I don't know if it does anything on counter hit. It gets her like a free hit. She gets like something out of 11 frames. I don't know what that specifically is, but like interrupting is not the best option. Maybe try to duck, because again, it's just like +2, which is whatever. That's the power crush. It's just like 30 damage, which isn't the end of the world, and it's a high, but obviously safe on block. The 3 is a backflip, which is like whatever you can, if you really want to step it, you can step it. It's not a great idea to step when she's in back turn, because you're gonna see why. And you can like float it, but it's super slow. The significance of it is that it low crushes, and she has also this homing attack, which also low crushes, but it's a high. So if you do a dig jab, you're gonna go under it as well. And apart from that, and the other homing move that I showed, the Yoshimitsu move with like standing 4, she doesn't have any homing moves, which we talked about. Back to 1+2, this is 14 frame into 14 frame mid. On hit, it doesn't really like get her super much, but it's like safe, because again -2. But this is her main thing to deter you from ducking against the stance. So far we've seen like either slow moves or stuff that's not super dangerous, but if you want to duck, she can launch you with that. But this is unsafe. It's -13. And then she has 2 lows, and this is this gives her +4. I don't know if it gives her... It gives her just a knockdown into a guaranteed hit. And on block it is -13. And the second low is this, which is also like I think you used to be able to low parry between these two. I'm not sure about that. But now even if I start, like you can see I'm already mashing my while standing 4, right? Which you can get more than that. But your character continues blocking if she goes for the full string. So that's minus 14, and the other low is minus 13, so Armor King can get this on both. But low parrying, like this, you can low parry, but you shouldn't like low parry, because you know you have this weapon attack that can't be low parried. So that's for back turned. So 11 frame high is the quickest. A high power crush, 13 frame mid that's unsafe, 14 frame mid that's safe, and then you know lows and gimmicky stuff. Katan is not a super mix-up heavy stance. I think it's mostly going to be like, you know, what do you call it? Like a combo stance or whatever. So this is the mid-heat engager that I showed earlier. It starts with again, an 11 frame high, but the second hit, even though it looks like a high, it's not. When you duck it, you're going to get heat engaged. And it's safe. This is just, you know, a gimmicky move. Yes, it's slow, it's quick, it's like, I'm sorry guys. It's like, you know, slow-ish, 23 frames is plus 5. But you know, you can step it, you can interrupt her, you can like armor in between. You know, it's not like super dangerous. So far we have a high into a mid-heat engager, we have a slow mid that's plus on block and low flushes. This, I'm sure you know from Tekken 7, because it's a launcher. And the full thing is launch punishable, but let's see what happens if she does only the first hit. She's only minus 12, and I believe like reacting to this is gonna be tricky, especially online, that you know she did only the first hit and didn't finish the string. But there's no mix up there, like she either goes for the full string or not. So this is the other, like remember in Heat she gets the down back 1+2 I believe here, which I showed when she disappears and like appears from back there. This is more reactable, this is more like 22 frames. Even if you eat the first hit, you can still duck the second. But I believe on counter hit, no, you can't do that, or like, I think if you're sharp, you can react to this. And then she has this, which is an unblockable high frame, but if you're holding back to block, like, it usually whiffs against you anyway. And you can react to it, because like the animation is like unique. So this is not a super, you know, mix-up heavy stance. I assume this is mostly for combos. And finally she has this, you know, gimmicky stuff. And finally Setsunagake. Here she gets like an upgraded high, which is 10 frames. Again, the same sequence that we discussed earlier, where like the side step right block into either 10 frame punish or 11 frame punish if you have that. I think she has an 11 frame punish, if I remember correctly. And this, which you can step, but it's safe and interrupts you if you try to mash. This, which we can step, and I believe here she gets like one extra option that's usually not available. Yeah, I think it's this one. This is usually not, but it doesn't change what you have to do. If you have the reactions and the muscle memory for this, sidestep right block once you see the first 2 hits. Setsunagake 2, you know this from Tekken 7, 12 frame mid, but out of stance, so like it's not really like effectively a 12 frame mid. This counter hit launches, and it's safe on block at -9, and don't think about parrying it because it's a weapon. If you really want to deal with it, you're going to have to armor. You can step it to the right. You can step the stance itself to the left, but I think if the attack itself comes out, you can't step it to the left. So again, sidestep right seems to be the good option until it's not. This again, Setsunagake 3, you know this move. It's launch punishable, it's a counter hit launcher, and it's just neutral on hit in this game, it seems. I don't think she can go into another stance off of this. Setsunagake 4-3, you also seen something like this in Tekken 7. And it's 18 frames. Setsunagake 1+2. This is a safe heat engager. Again, sidestep right seems to be the better option. This is her combo ender. Normally it's minus 14, but if she lands this on you in combo, you've seen this multiple times, even from Tekken Tag 2. And finally, this is some kind of like, you know, stop the dash. So those are her stances. Out of those, only back turned is kind of like a legit, you know, mix-up stance, which is why she goes into it off of some of her plus on block stuff and punishers. For example, her 10 frame punish can leave her in back turned. Yeah, the rest of the stances we just took like a quick overview of. So now let's just go through the command list very quickly. This is one of the mid heat engagers that I showed, 17 frame safe mid. And this one, like I said, it tracks to sidestep right actually. So if you want to sidestep right, you have to sidestep right block. While standing, 13 frame punish, which is a heat engager, mid. And on block it's standard, you know, minus 13, minus 12. This one from back turned we showed, which like leads into a plus on block heat engaging high. It's a high string, and it had like a knee as a mix-up for the plus on block high. This we also showed. I told you like the second hit looks like a high, but it's not. Setsunagake 1+2 is another spammable heat engager that you can just do all day, every day, and not have to worry about much consequences because the stance itself kind of like tracks. You have to be already stepping. This is what she gets. She gets this one, which is a safe mid launcher, but it's relatively like slow-ish at 18 frames. It's not much of a punisher, but it's something she can like mix you up with. This I believe I've already showed. Yeah, this is the plus on block back turned mix from +5. She gets access to it in heat. This is the other low. She gets access to it on when she disappears off screen, but it's a bit quicker. The other one was like 23 frames, I believe. This one's like 20, but I still feel that like, I don't know, maybe if you're like super sharp and you're really looking for it, you can still kind of like react. And her heat engage, heat smash, I think it, it's one of those that like break walls, but doesn't wall splat. I don't know how I can get the first hit to whiff to check whether or not it wall splats then. Or a rage art if you really want to look at it. Here it is. So that's it. It's 55 and it's standard on block minus 18. So, which leaves us with the command list itself. This is again the same sequence, except now it starts from like a jab. We've looked at these options, again sidestep right block to deal with all options. 1-2 punisher, but it's not her best. 1-2-2 is what she goes to if she knows that it lands. That gives a really respectable 23 damage, again like Armor Kings and Kings. For example, this is like 25 damage normally, and she can go into back turn all the time. I believe if she goes into back turn, let's try and check. She's still +5. So it seems that like most situations where you have to deal with her back turn mix up, you're going to have to deal with it at +5 specifically, which is again where the 14 frame mid is a frame trap and the 13 frame mid are both a frame trap. So yeah, you don't really have like an easy way out there. 1-2-4, I don't know why she would ever go for this, because it's a mid that's -14. And it's not even a natural combo. It's just like in case it's to mix up, like in case she did this on block and you're trying to duck the last hit to launch, but it's like -12 anyway, you know? Like this is why I don't understand why they gave her this, because like you stand block and get -12 punish. If you're greedy and you want to launch her forward, then she can do the mid instead. But like, I don't know. I don't understand why this is here. This string was kind of like infamous in Tekken 7, the 2-2-2-2-2. So the full thing is -12, high mid, and then 2 highs. So high mid high. It's difficult to launch in between the you kind of like have to wait till the 4th hit. I mean, Armor King has this, but not every character has that. So yeah, it's still kind of like a bit annoying, but it's again high mid, high mid. You're gonna have to try to do something like that, where you like duck the 3rd hit and like quickly retaliate with a wall standing 4. This we already took a look at. The whole thing is natural on normal hit if she catches you stepping, and it's just like 38 damage. And I don't know if she gets something guaranteed here. I think she gets some guaranteed hit on the ground here, maybe forward 2 or something. But yeah, if you block the 1st hit, you can duck the 2nd, and the 1st hit on its own, as you saw there, is like -7. So yeah, it's still like quick at 17 frames, but if you're sidestep blocking, it's not going to be like much of a factor anyway. This is mid, high. It jails, you can't duck the 2nd hit. So you have to be already like ducking. And the 1st hit is 12 frame. I don't believe it's a magic 4. On counter she doesn't get like much anything. I didn't find any quick counter hit launchers. I hope I'm not mistaken. Katan, this is just a stance. This move I don't really understand the point of. I mean, it's a low crush high that just does that. Like, no idea. I didn't even find like much of a use for it on counter hit, so I don't know what that's about. 4-2-3. This is her 13 frame punish, but you can duck the 2nd hit and there's no mix-up for it. 4-3 is just Setsunogake, the stance with like the forward dash. Forward 4. Yeah, this is a knee, and it's quick, and it's a counter hit launcher. No, not counter hit launcher, but it's a counter hit tool. So here she gets like, I think, a free engager or something on. No, it's just +7. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm tripping. But the idea is this again tracks sidestep left. So far it feels like you should go right against her, but you're gonna see like it's not that as amazing an idea as you think, because again, for example, case in point, we talked about this one, which is a heat engager. If you go right, it tracks. You have to go left against it. This, I don't know, maybe like we just a combo tool is just like a slow mid into a high. Not slow, it's 15 frames. What's the command for 3+4? Let's. I don't think that was the quickest. Again, sidestep right. It tracks sidestep left. I hate that the command list doesn't remember where I was. They should change that maybe someday. That's the down forward 1 string. We talked about that. The mix-up is down forward 1-3, but it's a high that you can duck and launch. It's -9 if you decide to stay standing. Down forward 2. She's one of those characters that has multiple 15 frame launchers, kind of like Armor King here. They made this 15 frames, which you can do from standing and crouching, as well as this hop kick. She's also one of those characters. She has this down forward 2, which is -14 on block, and I believe this also tracks sidestep left. understand correctly. But it tracks sidestep right. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I don't know. If you sidestep right, she catches you with that, which is why, again, you need to like really master sidestep block against this character. If you can't sidestep right block, this character is gonna blow you up. So that was down forward 2. Down forward 4, you know this string from Tekken 7 and she can cancel it still. Now at least the second hit is launch punishable. You can't, there's not enough time to hotkick in between, so you have to block it, and she can cancel the second hit into a full crouch mix-up. And which, as we just saw, she has like a threatening low from full crouch. It's actually safe-ish. Like, it's -12, it's like very safe. This gets her into back turn, but at -2, so from there her options aren't as amazing. I believe like down jabbing shuts down a lot of options, but then she can jump over it. Maybe if your character has... I'm not gonna like test this now intensely, but I think at -2 obviously her options is not as great. I don't know if there's like some option select, like for example King and Armor King can... I don't know why I wasn't able to do a giant swing there, but whatever. I'll look into the stance mix-ups a bit more closely later. Down 1, this looks like a low. It's not. It's a plus on block mid, and it's extremely awkward. It leaves you in crouch at -3. I don't know what the hell to deal with it. This is also like crazy to me. I don't know why she has this. It's down 1. Let's check the tracking on it real quick. It doesn't look like it's plus on block at all. Okay, at least it doesn't track to either side, but still, it's like super quick. It was like, what, 18 frames? 19 frames. No idea, man. Don't ask me. This is mostly a wall combo ender, because even if you start like mashing your punish immediately, it just doesn't come out. So let's just check real quick if we do this, for example. See, it's I believe it's -12 the whole way, so she's not supposed to be doing this in neutral. I should stop doing that. Maybe I should just like record on a different slot. This is also like a combo ender. It's a low high which you can duck on hit, but not on counter hit. On counter hit, the whole thing is guaranteed. The first hit on its own is 16 frames. But it's a mix-up on the punish, because if she only does the first one, I don't know if you can like really react to it. This is just the same string, but like with a different ender. She goes into Septimiyaki afterwards or whatever. Not very like interesting to us if we're just defending against the character. This is also another like cheap low. It's 17 damage, 20 frames quick. And it tracks both sides. Except like a deep sidewalk right, but as we just established, you need to like sidestep right block against this character. And again, it's a weapon. You can't low carry it. On block, it's -14. So some characters will be able to launch it. Most characters won't. So that was down 1+2. Down 3+4 is this weird looking power crush. It's like not super damaging, and on block it is standard -13, so you can throw it or just do a 12-13 frame punish. If like she interrupts something, she gets a little bit more damage on you. This is also, I believe, some kind of like wall ender string. Mid. you can interrupt between the second and third hits. This is just Yoshimitsu stuff. So you can just start mashing your wall standing 4, or in Armor King's case, even better yet, your wall standing 2, but like that's an Armor King thing. Yeah, she can just stay on the floor, so that doesn't work. So better wall standing 4 against Yoshimitsu. You should mash wall standing 2. She can do the mid kick, but that doesn't matter if you're just mashing your wall standing 4. Yeah, you interrupt anyway, so it doesn't matter. So that's the gimmick stuff. Down back 4 is actually a very good low. Let's not make the same mistake. It tracks against side step left, but it whiffs against side step right. But still, it is neutral. It doesn't high crush or anything, and on block it's only -12. So that's still a great low in my book. Back 1-1-1, just again the Yoshimitsu string. I'm sure you know this. This is another safe. This is like another mid. You've also seen this from Tekken 7. This is a counter hit launcher. That's safe at -9, but again it counter hit launches. Let's check the tracking again. See, like there's not a single side where you can step to. Like she doesn't really have a weak side. She just tracks anyway. So maybe like side step right gets over most things, but not really. This is again just like a combo ender thing because it's like -12, -20. I think like Armor King maybe can launch that. Yeah, you can launch that easily with this, but like also with the God Fist. This is also like some combo ender stuff because again it's much punishable. This is a 15 frame save mid that I think it wall splats. No, it doesn't. I don't know how well it tracks. Please record again. No, that's not it. I'm sorry. It's back one plus 2. Okay. Record again. So this one doesn't track at all, which is okay, I guess. But like we've already established, this character has many reasons to give you second guesses about stepping. This is just manual entry into back turned. This is a gimmick move. It's slow, unblockable, but not only can you interrupt it, load it, you can also like just sidestep it. So I don't think this is like much of a problem. This also reminds me, she has a parry, but her parry is like interruptible. She like phases through your attack and comes over from above, and if you like just do down forward one into down forward one, you end up floating her as well. It's towards the bottom of the move list. This is, you know, it's again a different, like a nerfed version of the Yoshi spin. So yeah, whatever you do against Yoshi spin, you do against this, I believe. This is again, I don't know what the hell the point of this is. Like it's a launcher. It's a 19 frame slow launcher, and it's launch punishable itself. I don't know what the point. It's a it's a combo ender as well. This you've seen again. It's like a Yoshimitsu looking move. She can cancel that, but it's launch punishable. Unlike, I think Yoshi's isn't, but she can cancel it. This again is a Yoshimitsu move. It's +1 on block, just like I think his is also plus, but you can step it in any which direction. And you can also, I believe, interrupt. Yeah. This is just a combo tool, not really super relevant for defense. A string that's minus 14. It's again likely some combo tool. I don't know why she has so many of these. This, you know, it's another 15 frame launcher. Now she lost the ability to do like just the first hit, so she always does both hits and it's minus 13. Maybe this is one where it's worth it. No, sorry, I should not have done that. Not set. Yeah, I ended up doing it anyway, sorry. No, not that. Not that either. So this one doesn't track at all. Where were we? We were almost done with the normal moves. It's almost done anyway. Up forward, this we looked at. Up forward 3, up forward 4 is just kind of like an orbital, but it doesn't give her, like, I believe, a full launch. I don't know if it does. Like, it doesn't really matter. This character has so many ways of launching you anyway. I don't know if it launches, I'm sorry. Let's just check the tracking real quick. So what was this? I'm sorry, I'm so tired. So yeah, it doesn't track. I don't know if it gives her a combo, it doesn't look like it. And this, in case you try to duck it because it's a high, she has this. Which, like, even though it's minus 14, I don't think any character can punish it. It's just like a disengagement tool. And there is a low, no, she lost the low. It's just like, this actually, there's something funny I can show you. If she does that, you can just do this with King and Armor King and just like tail spin her while she's jumping over your head. FF2 is her steel pedal. This is what she does for guaranteed hits on the ground, and it's minus 12. Forward, forward, forward 2, we talked about that. That's the 11 frame mid, effectively after execution. Crouch dash 2 is again like some launch punishable something. Launcher, I don't know why she has so many friggin' launchers. This you've also seen. Now it's minus 12. And I don't believe she has anything like to cancel it. She can just hold forward, which doesn't affect like the punishability of it. This just makes her switch sides. Quarter circle forward 2. This also is like this is the last thing that down forward 1 string. Just to mess with you, now it's no longer minus 14, it's minus 12 as you saw there. Again, no idea why she can do that, like, this is just a combo tool that's like minus 9 on block. This is the running high, which I highlighted. This is the running mid, which I highlighted. Her 10 hit string. The third hit is a mid, and the fourth hit is a high. But the timing on it is a bit awkward. The high, that is. While standing stuff, she has, again, 12 frame, which is minus 12. She has the 13 frame, which is a heat engager, mid-mid. Launching 15 frame while standing 3, which is minus 13. While standing 4, which is standard, minus 6, and 15 damage. And that's the full crouch low I talked about, the super broken move. This is from sidestep. punishable at minus 12. That's the low from sidestep, which I talked about, which is launch punishable, or like few launch punishable lows. And now it's the stances, which we've already covered. Throws, I talked about how she has the one command grab, and regarding her parries, which this is also from back turn, this is extremely similar in animation. Again, if you're like this, see, if you just like spam your down forward once, you just like hit her anyway, and this is just her low parry. So yeah, I hope this was like helpful to you guys. Maybe I'll do a little bit more of a detailed breakdown on her later, but I don't think so. I think maybe this is enough. So yeah, good luck fighting Kunimitsu's online, I guess. Take care and goodbye.